style is very gothic. My style is like if I lived in a cottage in the middle of nowhere, and on one side there was a graveyard, and on the other side there was a forest with a bunch of fairies living around and stuff like that. And then on top of that, I also work at a university. Hi, hello. My name is Billy, and I like to knit, occasionally crochet, and on the rare occasions, do some sewing. I thought I would do a bit of a chat about some of the recent projects I finished and some of the projects that I am currently working on, that have been working on, have finished since October. I did film a clip because I thought I was going to do this a lot sooner, around November. It is currently Christmas Day. I do not celebrate Christmas, so I'm just going about life as I normally would. Um, so yeah, I'll insert the clip from October. All right, hello. I thought I would. All right, hi. I thought I would just film part of this now, because this has to go tomorrow. So this is a very large. Okay, so I apologize. This is a very large and very pink blanket that I crocheted. This has been so sorry. This has been with me as a whip for about 4 years. Okay, it's not good. I'm not proud of it. The reason why it has taken 4 years is because I don't like this. This has not brought me any joy. The only joy that this has brought is in finishing it. I kind of like doing the corners. It's this lovely lavender color, which I liked, but like it wasn't that long in comparison to the whole of the blanket. Um, I have made this. This is the thing. It was originally supposed to be for. It was originally supposed to be for my second youngest niece. At the time when I started this, she was 5, I think. Yeah, she was 5, probably. Um, anyway, this was supposed to be for her. Um, and then it's been so long that she is no longer interested in things like this. Her colors are more like this. This is something that she asked for. It's like very beige, like more neutral colors. Like she's not a hot pink type of girl anymore. She's not interested in Barbie or unicorns or anything like that. She is. I feel like she's going to be like one of the boys, really. Like she's very muted tones. Um, so this is now for her sister, my youngest niece, who is the most girly girl I know that I've seen in a while. And because of this, she's very she has a very strong identity around girlhood and femininity, which has persisted. I mean, she's only 5, but it's still going strong. So this is for her, and have made this so big that she has no choice other than to carry it with her for the rest of her life and give it to her children and her grandchildren. And it's going to be one of those things where she tells a story about how Uncle Billy made this for her, and she took it with her when she moved out of my sister's house, when she lived on her own for the first time, and how much she loves Uncle Billy because Uncle Billy makes things for everyone, and they're so nice and so lovely and blah 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 blah. So some strands do need like tying up, but that is just a thing that I can do later on tonight or tomorrow morning. I have washed this and I just let it dry because I was really tired of weaving in ends because there were so many, but it's, yeah. And I think if we can just look at my outfit for today, okay, there is a Nirvana top underneath this, blue jumper, green corduroys. This is not for me. So this was really hard to work on. I'm just going to move stuff out of the way. Actually, I'm going to do this. Right. I think it's fair to say that I lost at yarn chicken at several points while I was making this. Okay, so yeah, this is entirely made with acrylic yarn. It is Hayfield Bonus DK Way acrylic yarn. For most of it, I lost at yarn chicken. I managed to find a match for this dark purple towards the very end. I can't remember the brand off the top of my head. It's either the Women's Institute or Wendy's from Hobbycraft. And then this lavender color that I like, it's Wendy's, I think, as well. A brand you can get in Hobbycraft. Yeah, and it's just a very large granny square. And then I got really tired of doing that, and I made 3 individual granny squares. Put them together in a panel, sewed them on, and then crocheted the panel together. And that is literally it. It's just because it's just, to me, it's an eyesore, but I know to my niece, she will love this. And I really do pray that she takes it with her. Otherwise, I'll be so annoyed. So annoyed. But yeah, so today is Friday the 24th, and this will go tomorrow, finally. But I do have a lot of other pink stuff as well. So I think October is very pink, or it has been very pink. It hasn't really been very autumnal, which is what I wanted. Also wanted to do Socktober, and that went out the window. Because all the pink stuff are gift knits, which need to be, they just need to leave my room, really, because I'm tired of looking at it. It is not my aesthetic. It is not. No. No. So, but I know she's gonna love this. I know she will. And I am just gonna spend the rest of today on my gloves. Not for me, obviously. Okay. So since October, I have finished off the massive pink blanket for my youngest niece. Her sister, my other niece, asked for some blue leg warmers in Drops Daisy. I think it was ice blue or something like that. But I finished those. Here's a picture somewhere. And then also in that clip, I had started one mitten in Drops Nord, which had like a brioche cuff and then a brioche like tip. That was for one of my cousins, and I made some leg warmers for her in an acrylic thick yarn. I can't remember. I think it was just like a knockoff from Hobbycraft or something. But here is a picture of that. So blanket, leg warmers, pair of gloves, also leg warmers. Um, what else? And then those have all been sent off. And then I have technically finished these. These are the Happy Haunts socks. I'll put the pattern down below. It's free pattern. Technically, these are finished, but obviously, as you can see, still need to sew in the ends, and they also need blocking. But I'm really happy with them. And yeah, these went up really easily. The pattern was easily memorizable. I did them in Drops Nord as well because me and Drops Nord are having a moment. So yeah, I did that, and then I have recently finished a bow for a friend of mine. She really likes bows, so I crocheted her a a ribbon, and then as I was wrapping around like the bow to make it look like a bow, I just put a bobble in it before I tied the string around it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll put a picture somewhere if I can find a picture. That has already been gifted off. I did that last week for her. So she's ready for Christmas. And I think that's all my finished objects. I only have one with me. Um, Everything else has been sent off, as I've already said. So the first whip that I'm working on are these gloves. This is again Drops Nord in the color lemongrass, and they are literally just like basic gloves. I'll put this one on instead. Um, they're for a friend of mine, and I did start these in October, but either one of us has been ill or one of us has been really busy that we haven't been able to see each other. And because I made him a pair of gloves last year as well, but I crocheted it with DK weight acrylic yarn. He and I have similar size hands. His hand is a bit thicker, so I just wanted to make sure that this is fingering weight, and I wanted to make sure that I'd got the spacing correct for his fingers because his fingers are a bit thicker than mine, even though it's the same size. And really, I shouldn't have been that worried because I saw him a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of worked out to my assumptions. I need to sew that in. Ooh. But yeah, I'm kind of annoyed I'm kind of annoyed that he asked for fingerless gloves instead of fingerless mittens because it's quite tricky to get each individual finger. I think I redid this thumb about 3 times. I think it took me 4 attempts in total to get it just right. Um, and that was 4 episodes of watching Demon Slayer. So, but anyway, I feel a bit more confident now because I've never knitted a pair of fingerless gloves. I have crocheted him. Last year's, it was a crocheted pair of fingerless gloves, but it was easier because I was just using like a 3.5 millimeter hook. Um, this, for some reason, feels a bit trickier, working with DPNs on 3 millimeters, but we'll slowly get there. It doesn't take me that long, but yeah, first whip. All right, sorry, I had to go and check on my pizza. So the next whip is the Everyday Loop Blouse. Um, I've finished one sleeve. I just need to do the other sleeve. I really like these. Rude. I really like the thick raglan. So it's a raglan construction, and then like the raglan comes down onto the front, which I really like. I didn't really like the sizing. Like there wasn't really much explanation on what size I should make. Because it was just size like 1 to 8 or something like that. I think I made a size 4. Um, from the picture it is supposed to be slightly oversized. Mine is more fitted. I did not use the recommended yarn, and I was off gauge, so I probably should have gone up a size 5. I used 4 millimeter needles. I think it is recommended 4.5, and I thought that 4.5 that I wouldn't meet gauge at 4.5, and that my gauge would be closer on 4 millimeters. And I remember testing it out and thinking, oh yeah, no, I need to size down. I probably could have done the 4.5 millimeter needles, and got a better fit, like slightly looser. Um, it slightly bothers me, but at the same time, I'm not entirely bothered because I know that I will be having top surgery soon to remove my feminine areas. So, quick side note, I'm trans. Um, so it looks fitted now, but in a year's time, um, it'll look slightly oversized the way it's supposed to. So I'm not too bothered. Also, we also need to block it as well. But that is the first. Sorry, that is the second whip. Um, I know the sleeve won't take me very long. I think this sleeve took me about 6 hours to do. And I did it over 3 days, in the evening. Um, but yeah, so hopefully it will be done before New Year's. And then the next whip I have is for my sister, my elder sister. Um, I moved. Um, I moved accommodation. I'm in student accommodation, and I moved over the summer, and it was an absolute nightmare. And my elder sister very kindly kept half of my things in her living room for a few weeks. And as a thank you, I said I'd make her something, and she said she wanted a scarf. So it is drops, and it's 100% wool, but I can't remember which one. Can I see? No, I can't. Anyway, but yeah, so this was supposed to be a pearl Soho pattern that uses twisted rib and cables. I got confused, and I just gave up on the cables and decided to just do twisted rib, because it's easier and I don't have to think. I don't want to think sometimes when I do knitting. I just want to zone out, and I can do that. So I'm on the second ball. I think I ordered too many balls, to be honest. I ordered like 9 balls, and I think I only really need 7. I'm gonna try and do about 5 rows a day. I think that's feasible because it needs to be done by the end of January when her birthday is. I originally wanted to do this. I originally wanted to finish this for somewhere between Christmas and New Year's, so she would have it as like a festive gift. Um, that obviously hasn't happened because I was working on the gloves and the leg warmers for November and the final part of October. Um, so I told her, I haven't made much progress, but I can make it for your birthday, which is the end of January. So yeah, it's just basic twisted rib on like 70 something stitches. So I'm making slow progress with that. Um, oh, 1 second. Oh, look at that! The light changed. My pizzas started burning, so I had to go and rescue them. So my final whip is the striped overload polo from Spektakelstrik. Um, I've not made this in the recommended yarn at all, but this is hobby cotton. Yeah, it's hobby cotton. It's 8 8/6, whatever that weight is. I don't know. There's a 6/6 and there's 8/6. Hello, Crow. I don't know if you heard that. Um, but anyway, yeah. So it's hobby cotton in pistachio and black. I tried this on last night and I love it. Again, I didn't make gauge, so I made a size medium. I sized up. Oh dear. Um, I would say it's slightly too oversized for me. Um, but it doesn't really bother me because I wear a lot of oversized things. So I know like I'll make it work. um, but yeah, so I followed the pattern in this book, which I bought. I really want to make the wave sweater as well. I think, there are probably like 6 patterns in this book that I want to make, and it just seemed like a better choice to spend the money on this hardback and get all the patterns plus more than to buy each individual pattern. Um, so yeah, that's what I did. Not to say that I don't think, not to say that I wouldn't have bought each individual pattern had this book not existed, because I would have. And there are other patterns not in this book that I do want to buy still. It's just I've got it all in one place, you know? Um, so yeah, it's from this book. You can also get it as a PDF on their website or on Ravelry. Um, and yeah, I'm making the long sleeve version. I I think I wanted to make a short sleeve, like the polo tee first, but this is for part of my birthday wardrobe, I guess. Um, and my birthday is in February, so it just makes sense to make a long sleeve version first, and then I can make a short sleeve version in the summer, probably again in cotton. I really like the idea of cobalt blue and black, or like cobalt blue and red or maroon, something like that. Um, we'll just have to see. Um, but yeah, have I split for the sleeves and the body last night, and I'm just doing basic stockinette in the round until I get to the end, and then I'll do some ribbing, and then I'm onto the sleeves. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love these colors together. I love how it looks on me. I'm having a bit of a green moment, which is new because I typically wear a lot of black and grey. Um, I mean, we're not going too far out of the ballpark because it's still very like earthy tones. Um, but yeah, so this is my progress. I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna put it down now because I'm just so excited. I've been wanting to make one of these polos for ages. Um, so I want to make a long sleeve version. I want to make the polo tee, and then I want to make the cardigan version, all in different colors. That was my alarm for the pizza, which was too late. I want to talk about other plans as well. Let me move my aloe vera out the way. All right, so what is that? That is yarn. So I talked about how my stripe overload polo is part of my birthday wardrobe. My birthday is in February, so that is 2 months away, and I want to go away, and I want to have some nice clothes that I have made for the entire week. Yeah. Part of that is including accessories, so hats, scarves, gloves, socks. I've noticed that the more I knit my own things and find brands, materials, brands or fibers um, that I like, the less I like wearing clothes from fast fashion. Socks in particular annoy me. I've noticed like I don't like how they feel, and they don't last very long. They only last me like a year, and I would rather make all my own socks. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I just don't like how they feel. Even this long sleeve polyester top sometimes annoys me, and it's not very good quality, like it's worn down. Um, and I just want to make my own stuff and know that it's quality, know that if it rips, that I can mend it and it's still gonna look okay. Um, but yeah, so my birthday, I there are 3 projects coming up that I want to make. So the first one is a pair of socks inspired by the artist Youngblood. I love Youngblood ever since his album Weird came out. I have been in love. Youngblood is known for wearing a pair of bright pink socks and all black, like an all black outfit and then bright pink socks. And I have wanted to emulate that, I guess, because I mostly wear black, greys, earthy tones. My style is very gothic. My style is like if I lived in a cottage in the middle of nowhere, and on one side was, on one side there was a graveyard, and on the other side there was a forest with a bunch of fairies living around and stuff like that. And then on top of that, I also work at a university. So it's a weird mixture of earthy black aesthetic, goth, and dark academia mixed with like a sprinkle of punk. That's me. And I would like to make that wardrobe because that wardrobe doesn't exist in fast fashion. But for my birthday, I want to make a pair of Youngblood inspired socks. I've got the chart. Um, there's going to be some black hearts going around the cuff, and then the rest of it is just going to be pink. Um, his fan base, Youngblood's fan base, is known as the Black Hearts fan club, and that's why I decided to do black hearts. He's also got a tattoo of a black heart on one of his fingers. But that's the next project that I will be casting on. And then I have this black cotton from Strassenberg. I don't know. That Swedish company that looks like Tiger and IKEA. That looks like if Tiger and IKEA had a baby. I bought some black cotton yarn from there, and I want to make a bolero, like just the sleeves, like a shrug. Um, I don't really know how to construct it just yet. There is a free pattern that is called just the sleeves, where knit you knit from the chest up, and then you leave a gap for the neckline, and then you knit the back, and then you knit the sleeves. But we'll see. I also thought about doing just like a raglan and then stopping, here, and then doing the sleeves. I'm not entirely sure. But I have 3 balls of this, and I feel like I might need 2 more balls, but we'll see. But that is also on the list to do. And then I have my trousers, my disco trousers from Le Pull. I bought the pattern 2 days ago, and I bought some elastic for the waistband. I just need, I also need 4.5mm needles. One of the reasons why I bought the black hobby cotton was because the disco trousers parent also uses black hobby's cotton of the same weight. So I decided that I would just buy a big bag of cotton yarn. And yeah, I'm unsure if I will be able to knit the trousers in time. It does mean that it has to be my only project for January. I may be able to make small crochet items. But in order for me to make the trousers in time for my birthday, it has to be my main project, which means I need to get the sleeve of the everyday loop blouse done. I need to finish the body and at least get one sleeve done. I need to finish the body of the stripes overload polo and at least at least pick up the stitches for one of the sleeves at the very least, because I know sleeves don't take me very long. So I just need to get them on the needles. Once they're on the needles, it will annoy me, and then I will continue working on it. And then after that, the scarf, my sister's scarf. I don't know. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I need to do it. We'll see. You know, when there are so many things you want to do, but there are only so many hours in the day, right? And you only have 2 hands, and your hands need to rest in between projects. But yeah, I'm gonna stop now. I don't have any sewing projects. I have bought some sewing patterns. I bought I bought 4 sewing patterns in the past week. I just need to print them out and get some materials. I have an idea of what fabric I want to use. I have a pair of shorts, I have a pair of shorts, 2 pairs of trousers, a waistcoat, a top, and a bucket hat. No, I don't have the trousers yet. I haven't bought the trousers. The trousers are in my basket to buy. But I have a waistcoat, a pair of shorts, a top, and a bucket hat. I have the fabric for the bucket hat. I don't have the fabric for the shorts. or the waistcoat or the shirt. I'll probably buy it in the new year. That seems like a good plan. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna go eat my pizza and make another hibiscus tea. This is hibiscus, red raspberry leaf, and rubius. It's very good. If you celebrate the holidays, I hope you have, or had rather, past tense, a good time. If you knitted things for other people, I prayed that they enjoyed how much time it takes to knit. And yeah, to knit, to have knitted those things. Hope they appreciate it. Um, and yeah, you may be able to hear my timer on my oven going. I've just realized that. But anyway, I shall go. I shall go forth and make some progress on my jumpers and eat my pizza. And I don't have to put up with any annoying family members. And it's just peace and quiet. Oh, anyway. Bye bye.